Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. So glad that you are here. It is 9:21 Mountain Time on Tuesday, November the 21st. Time is just flying, flying, flying by. So today what we're going to do is going to be, we are going to mute that window. Every day, really? Okay, so when I say I'm not the most techie person around, I might mean it. Let's see. So anyway, we're going to do messages for Wednesday, November the 22nd for each sign. Then we're going to do about 5 minutes worth of Reiki. And then after that, we are going to have free-for-all question time for those of you who are here and who would like to ask questions. Okay, so let's just start with Aries for Wednesday, November the 22nd. I like having my calendar in front of me. I'm not quite sure why, but it seems to help. Aries, what I'm hearing is that you are completing a cycle on Wednesday, November the 22nd. So there is something going on where you're just coming to the end of whatever this cycle is. I feel like this is something personal for a lot of you. The impression that I'm getting, Aries, is that this is a cycle that you've been sort of stuck in for a long time. And when I say you're completing the cycle, maybe I should say more that you're breaking the cycle, that you're doing something in a different way because you want different results. And so you're breaking out of that old cycle. So I guess completing the cycle is more about, completing your time of doing that cycle and now starting into the next new and wonderful phase and whatever relationship or whatever that is in your life. It's something to do with your personal life. So more than likely a relationship, although this could have to do with something around work as well when work is personal to us. Good morning, Vanita. Glad to see you in the house, my dear. No drama. Good morning, good morning. Gemma Croft Baker. Hello, hello, hello. Look at you. You're here in time to hear the Gemini prediction. Actually, you've got one in front of you before you. Taurus, November the 22nd, Wednesday. What do I have coming up for you? I'm hearing that you're putting your sword and your spear away where they belong. You're putting them in their proper place. So, Taurus, where there may have been some kind of ongoing argument or disagreement with somebody, I think you're saying, you know what, I've had enough of this kind of energy, and I'm ready to have something that is more peaceful and more calm. And so I'm going to quit fighting this. Now, for some of you, Taurus, quit fighting this means that you're going to be going along with whatever that other person has been wanting or that group has been wanting. And for others of you, going along with this is going to have more to do with, I'm just stepping out of this situation so that I don't have to be in this continuous battle all the time to do what I feel like is right. So a couple of ways that that can pan out, but putting away the sword and the spear where they belong. Tired of having to fight for every little step for yourself. Tammy, glad you made it. Good morning, my dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your comment on LinkedIn, or not LinkedIn, on Facebook. That was much appreciated. It is much appreciated. Gemini, looking at you for November the 22nd, Wednesday. What do we have coming up for you? Gemini, I think that there's something in your personal life that you're really thinking over hard. It looks to me like there's two sides to whatever this is, and you're looking at both sides of this, trying to figure out, which side is better for me. I feel like actually you've got a pretty balanced number of pros and cons in whatever this is that you're looking at, Gemini. So I can see where that would be kind of a tough thing to come to a conclusion about. For those of you who are here right now while this is live, if you don't mind sharing this on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or Pinterest or wherever you guys share, that would be fantastic so that other people can be here live too. Live broadcasts are always the most fun when they're live. Let's see. Cancer, looking at you for November the 22nd. It's all true. Aw, thank you. Cancer, November the 22nd. What do we have coming up here for you guys? Cancer, 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 Cancer. Cancer, I feel like you're doing some kind of studying or some kind of research on Wednesday where you are really digging into something deep. I think you're looking for um, some, maybe you could call it like hidden information. For some of you, this may be that the doctor has told you that, there's some kind of issue with your body and you're just looking for, okay, that's great. How can I handle this, in a less, um, in a way that's easier on my body than what Western medicine has. For others of you, this is going to be looking for information. Maybe you're literally studying for school and doing some kind of research project. For others of you, this is just hitting the books hard. And for others, looking for information does not have to be like formal hitting the books. This could be about there's something that you just want to know more about. Your curiosity is taking you there, and so you're digging in deeper because your curiosity has you intrigued. Nika Harris, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here today, my dear. Leo, let's look at you guys for November the 22nd, Wednesday. Leo, Leo, Leo. I'm hearing the words, and I don't know if it'll sound good when I sing it. This is from an old song, probably back in the 80s. I think the Police used to sing it. There's a spot on the sun today. So, Leos, I think that you are having actually overall a pretty decent, respectable, good, happiness making day, except there's like one little fly in the milk, So, the challenge that I'm hearing for you guys, Leos, is not to focus on that one little fly in the milk, because he's not going to seem like a little fly. He's going to seem like a horsefly to you guys. So, you want to try to keep things in perspective, keep yourself focused on the positive, let the negative just kind of roll away on its own. It'll be fine. The one little fly in the milk, if you don't give it so much attention, then you get to really enjoy the rest of your day, Leos. So it's up to you how you handle that. One little spot on the sun for you, Leos, on Wednesday. There's a spot on the sun today. Okay, let's look at Virgo, November the 22nd, which is Wednesday. Virgo, what am I seeing for you guys? Virgos, it feels to me like you have some kind of loose ends that you're trying to tie up on Wednesday. I'm almost seeing like a rat's nest of cables and cords and stuff that you're just trying to organize and get them all in the right place and make them look neat and kind of hide them. You know how you do whenever you're setting up new equipment. So for a lot of you, this could be that you're setting up new equipment or you're trying to tidy up where equipment has been set up and it just looks like a nest of cords. But for others of you, this is going to be something that's more symbolic that has to do with, some kind of loose ends that you need to tie up before you can sign a contract or move out of a place or move into a place or, get something just tied up and put away at work so that that project can be considered officially over and done with. All the paperwork is done and it can be put on the shelf. But tying up some kind of loose ends, Virgo, on Wednesday. Libra, Libra. Hello to all the people who have walked in and not said hello. We're glad you're here. If you want to say hello, you are perfectly welcome. We would like that. That way I feel like I kind of know who's here. Libra is November 22nd, Wednesday. What do I have coming up for you guys? So Libra's on Wednesday. I kind of feel like I sort of have in mind this picture of this helmet that has tons of jewels and it's just totally bedecked that you're wearing this helmet. And this helmet is, very much for looks, very much to impress people. But at the same time, it's also has a purpose of protection. Okay? So on Wednesday, Libras, I feel like what you're doing is you are presenting something in a way that it's all dressed up and made to look as good as it can possibly look. And you're using how you're presenting this thing as a means of protection to make sure that whatever it is you're presenting goes over well and that people will be happy to move forward with you on it. So, excuse me, I don't feel like all the jewels and how you're dressing this thing up are necessarily pretentious. I think it's looks like it's a little bit over the top for what you're presenting, which really is functional and would stand on its own merit. I think that you're just going way over the top and presenting and making it look beautiful and adding all kinds of like bells and whistles that are completely unnecessary, but you're doing this to make sure that it goes over. So that's what I see for you guys, Libras. Karen, Carson, hello, hello. Lorraine, hello, hello. I'll be talking to you later, my dear. Look at those sunglasses. Is it nice weather where you are? Because we have clouds here. It looks like it's going to dump snow on the mountains any moment. We've got a little smattering of rain here right now. Scorpio. What do we have for November the 22nd, Wednesday? I am hearing a phrase I'm trying to interpret. Sunny, wow, lucky you. Okay, so the phrase that I'm hearing is we're going to rock your world, and I'm trying to figure out, is Spirit going to rock a Scorpio's world, or are we going to be rocking somebody else's world? Is that our attitude? That's our attitude is what I'm hearing. So I think that we're going to be doing something that really wakes people up. It makes them happy. To me, when I think about rock, I think about dancing, I think about music. I think about the kind of rock that I like, which is a little bit older, not the headbanger rock and, you know, not the really hard stuff, but maybe like rock from the 70s. So when I'm saying we're going to rock your world, this is something that we're going to be doing with somebody who is in our sphere of influence that is going to be healing for them at some level and enjoyable for them, and really, I feel like gives them some kind of new insight. For some of us, what I'm hearing is we're not even realizing we're rocking the other person's world. We're just doing our thing. And we might find out later what a big impact us doing our thing made on somebody else. You know, somebody might say later, you know, when you said da 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 da, that really made me realize and think and put this into action in my life. You know, so we may not know exactly that we're doing it, but we're going to be rocking people's worlds. So, word of advice there for me and for my fellow Scorpios is be aware. Be aware of what we're saying. Be aware of what we're doing. Be aware people are watching because people are, people have high expectations of us and they are watching because of that. So let's be aware. Let's put our best foot forward, Scorpio. Let's really rock their worlds in a good, good, good way. Okay, so let's see. We've got people talking, 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 snowing there in Divide. I'm not surprised. Looks like it's close to coming down here, and you guys are way higher than I am, as in elevation higher. Spellbound tonight. What a great name. I love it. Welcome, welcome. We're glad to see you in the room. Sagittarius, let's look at your message for November the 22nd on Wednesday. Sagittarius, Wednesday is going to be an especially good day for you in the area of expansion, growing out, reaching, doing new things, exploring new things, maybe even beginning new things or having some kind of new commitments, but expansion. Your life is getting broader. This may have to do with just the things that you're thinking about, although I think for a lot of you Saggies, this is going to have to do with very tangible things that are happening in your life on Wednesday. You know, expansion can look like getting a raise, or I won't even say a raise, getting a promotion, So you have new responsibilities. Expansion can look like maybe bringing a new baby into the house, new responsibilities there too. Expansion can look like having a new understanding about life or people and how people tick. Expansion can look like, expansion can look like taking a relationship to the next level, etc., etc., etc. You guys will have to tell me how that comes in for you guys. For those of you who have arrived since I last asked and who have not done it yet, if you're comfortable sharing something like this, if you would not mind sharing, when people get to come in for something like this live, then that's always more fun. And I would like for people to be here for the Reiki. I would really like to share the Reiki with as many people as possible. If we can do that. So if you guys are up for it, I much, much, much appreciate it. Capricorn, let's look at you, November the 22nd. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Excuse me. Feels to me like your life feels kind of boxed in. I was trying to say life and box at the same time. Your life feels kind of boxed in on Wednesday, Capricorn. It kind of feels like there's certain boundaries and parameters that you cannot make your way out of. That's what it feels like. Obviously, that's not true. We all have free will. So for some of you, there's a little bit of comfort in the idea that your life feels boxed in, like you know where your parameters and your boundaries are. But for most of you, what I'm feeling like is this is kind of a trapped feeling. And I think that if not at a conscious level, definitely at a subconscious level on Wednesday, Capricorns, you're going to start to look at, how can I make some changes? How can I expand? How can I grow? How can I get out of this box? I really want to see what else is out there that I could do and could participate in and could be a part of. What else of this great, big, wonderful, wide world can I include and bring into my box? Might have to make your box bigger. Okay, so next we're looking at Aquarius. Aquarius, November the 22nd on Wednesday. Creative folk, creative folk. What do we have going on for you creative folk on Wednesday? Aquarius, I'm getting kind of a strange message for you guys. I'm seeing you guys as having some kind of peak experience where you're feeling really good about something that you've accomplished. And you're happy about it. But at the same time, I think you're a little bit, what is this? You're not sure how other people are going to receive it. That's what this is. And so I feel like even though you're really happy about whatever this is that you've made or that you've accomplished, I think that you are sort of like standing behind this thing, not necessarily like taking the credit for having created it, and sort of looking through a peephole to see how other people are going to respond to it before you necessarily feel brave enough to claim it. It's really interesting for you, Aquarius, because I don't see you guys as too worried about what other people think, but this is what I see for you guys. So what can I say? I don't make this stuff up. I just receive it. Let's see, Pisces, Wednesday, November the 22nd. What do we have going on for you guys? Pisces, I'm really seeing like really thick white clouds around you on November the 22nd. Not above you, but around you, like surrounding you like a pillow almost. And I feel like it's going to be a day of not really knowing what's coming next and not knowing what your next step is. I feel like if you have plans, then your plans become questionable on that day. And I feel like it's almost like you're lost in a fog, but it doesn't have that heavy lost feeling about it. It actually feels good. It feels like it's kind of comforting. Like somehow there's some way of of being surrounded with this cloud that sort of obscures everything from you except for what you're immediately focused on, and it somehow brings comfort. It's almost like a isolation or a buffer or a protection from the bumps and the jagged edges of everyday life. And so I feel like you guys are going to feel like you're kind of in this protected place emotionally and possibly even physically on Wednesday. For a lot of you, this may be about meditation and spiritual awareness and moving up on the spiritual ladder, that you're just so involved with things going on that are spiritual that you're not aware of what's going on so much in the tangible world other than just what you absolutely have to be. Interesting. I'm going to say that's what it feels like for most of you, is that there's something definitely spiritual going on that has your focus to the point that you're not so aware of the material world right now on Wednesday. Okay, so that is messages for everyone. And now we're going to do Reiki for about 5 minutes, and then after that we'll have question and answer time. So whenever I do Reiki for you guys, what I do is I put it out there for your highest and best benefit, or whatever will benefit you the most. If you guys have something specific that you would like the Reiki to help you with, then feel free to reset that intention to that for you personally. Also, for those of you who are watching this video after the live part is over, feel free to receive this Reiki just as much as somebody who is here. All you have to do is set the intention, because the Reiki is not limited by time or space, just like any other energy, not limited by time or space. So let me go ahead and get this going for us. All right, so about 5 minutes of Reiki. At this point, if you guys want to ask any questions or talk about Reiki, this is like, of course, the ideal time. You miss Libra. Yeah, there are DVR capabilities on this, so you can scroll back if you want spellbound. Let's see. So let me think. Or you can go back and rewatch later, either one. So like whenever I'm sending the Reiki, a lot of times people feel things in their body. And if you're feeling things in particular parts of your body, usually that can give us hints as to what might be changing there, especially if that is not because of some kind of medical situation. Sometimes we feel things in our body just because something that's actually medical and has been diagnosed is being worked with and having some relief brought to it. But if you don't know of a medical situation and you have something going on in your body, sometimes it's more about something going on at an emotional level or a spiritual level, and you can expect to see changes in your life around whatever it is that shift is taking place around. And excuse me, I've been doing this long enough to kind of know from where you guys are feeling energy, what kind of shifts are happening, and what kinds of changes you should expect. So if you want to throw those out there, feel free. I will tell you that right now I am feeling a lot of energy going into somebody's right hand side of their body. Seems like from like maybe like right below the hips all the way up. And I'm not sure if that's one person or if that's just a whole bunch of you that I'm just feeling, but somebody's definitely getting a lot of energy on their left. Oh, very cool, Tammy. Very cool. Spirit is very creative about messages they try to get through to us. La-dee-dee-da, da, da. Mm-hmm. Wow, whoever is hitting that left side with who is receiving so much energy from that left side, you're getting a lot. I don't know what your issue is. I don't know if you're even on right now or if you're picking up this energy later, but wow, I would love to know your story. La da da da, la da da da, da da da. Mhm. 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 Okay. So that left side is starting to ease up a little bit. We've also got some energy right now. The majority of energy is going into some heart chakras out there, which has to do with emotional healing, healing up from some kind of old emotional traumas. Usually old emotional traumas, sometimes new emotional traumas as well. And I've got some energy going into somebody's base chakra big time. Base chakras have to do with how we feel secure in the world, with families, with our work, our homes, those things that make us feel secure. Okay, guys, so let me wrap up Reiki. Let's do questions. Whatever questions you guys have for me now is all good. Just throw them out there. If I feel like they're a little too complicated or they have too many layers to them, then I will ask that we do, an actual private reading on them instead of trying to answer them in a quick little format like here. But pretty much anything is on the table here. If you want advice on how to expand your own psychic abilities, if you have something going on that you're curious about what it is, whatever you want to talk about, we're all good. From your head to the middle of your arms. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so no drama. That's going to have to do with um, receiving messages from sacred spirit or from the universe, cosmic energy, whatever word you want to put on that, receiving information and messages and putting it into action. In your neck, face, and left arm. You may have a lot of tension going on right now, Karen, and if you have it feels to me like you have a lot of tension and that you kind of carry it there. And so the Reiki may be working on that. And then also, if you have a medical issue in any one of those areas, the Reiki can be working on that as well. Sometimes if somebody has surgery, they'll feel that even if the surgery is an old surgery. I've had people that have had surgery like 10, 20 years ago, and they feel Reiki going into that area. My theory is, and I don't know this for sure, but my theory is that, when a man does surgery on another man, guess what? It's not totally perfect. And so that Reiki may be going in and healing up anything that um, could be made better there. Tingling and little pricks. Well, you may have some nerve issues too that Spirit was working on, because that's one of the nerve pathways. So you may have some nerves that the Spirit is just working on getting them more connected or in better shape. Tony S., hello, hello. We're glad you're here, dear. You get a little signal if something bad's going to happen. That's like Spirit saying, put on your seatbelt and your hard hat, get ready. You have thrush. I'm not exactly sure what thrush is. Is thrush in the mouth? You broke your neck. Oh, yeah. You're quite welcome, Karen. Hi, Cassandra. It's all good. So, for those of you who have never had a full session of Reiki, what you just got is only 5 minutes, which is a super tiny micro session. I do offer one free session for anybody who's never bought Reiki from me before. And if you have never experienced an hour of that kind of energy being focused directly just to you, you definitely want to take me up on that offer because it's absolutely amazing. Right? Spellbound. I would love to do a Reiki session for you just focused on getting you some relief from that. You guys, to contact me about taking me up on that free Reiki session, you can find my contact information on my website, www.amista, amista.info. All my contact information is there. You guys, you're welcome to call me, you're welcome to text me, you're welcome to Skype me, you're welcome to email me. Whatever is comfortable for you as far as contact, it's all there. Just let me know. Hey, I'm interested in that. When can you put me on the schedule? Is Jaden okay? Cassandra's oldest grandson, Jaden, is he okay? Yeah, for the most part, he's okay. I mean, he has life issues like everybody else, but I don't feel that there's anything major going on with him that is a problem. Ones, twos, threes, fours. Hmm. I'm surprised that you're seeing so many different ones all at the same time, Victoria. Mostly what I've experienced and other people I've talked to, like they go through a phase of seeing like triple fours or double fours, over and over and over, and then maybe they'll go through a different phase and they'll have triple fives or double fives. All of those mean something. All of those are messages from spirit. They all have different meanings. You're quite welcome. I wouldn't even call what we had today a session. It was just a micro taste. But get a hold of me and we'll do an actual session on you. Let's see. So Victoria, like all the ones that when you see double or triple, quadruple ones, that just means new beginnings. Double, triple, quadruple twos, that means bringing balance into your life. Double, triple, quadruple threes, that means bringing peace into your life. Double, triple, quadruple fours means bringing healing into your life, either healing for yourself or you are learning to expand healing and bring in healing for other people. Finding peace just helps with so much, Tammy. When we don't have peace, that impacts every aspect of our lives. So I'm really thrilled to see that that's helping you with your creative. And actually, I'm just really not surprised at all either. Yeah, that's why I'm surprised, Victoria, that you're seeing all these doubles and triples all at the same time. Typically, people see, one or two at the same time, two usually max. But if you've got all of this going on, you got a lot. You got a lot happening in your life that's pretty big. Awesome, Cassandra. I would be honored to do a session for you. That's really kind of the bottom line, Tony. You're exactly right. It removes the obstacles that were holding you back and it allows you to flow more naturally and more in alignment. Karen, anybody can do what I do. It's just a matter of do they want to? Practice, dedication, education. And you have a lot happening. Cool, cool. All right, guys. Well, I am over time here. It's time for me to get out of here and get on to the next thing for the day. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in, for hanging out with me, for keeping me company, because I truly do appreciate it. That makes this so much more enjoyable than if I was just making a recording and putting it out there for you guys. I love the interactions. So everybody, thank you for being here, and have a fantastic, wonderful, glorious day. And I'll see you the next time, probably tomorrow.